All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to do entrepreneurship and innovation for CMAT 2025 Part 2. Uh, part 1 has already been concluded. It's on YouTube. If at all you want to watch, you can always go ahead and watch it. Today we are picking up a few good questions in entrepreneurship and innovation. We'll have a bunch of, say, around 50 questions, 50 or 55 questions in the series. And every question will add some value to your preparation, definitely. And I have tried to keep the questions as unique as possible so that we may keep touching various aspects and various chapters, right? So, the idea is to complete the whole syllabus of, entrepreneurship and uh, this innovation thing and ensure that we am I audible? Am I audible? Just comment in the comment box if I'm audible. hmm Am I audible, ladies and gentlemen? Just let me know. Just give me a quick thumbs up, or maybe Sakshi Singh is saying yes. Okay, all right, Sakshi. So let's start with the game. Right. Ashutosh is saying yes. Astha is saying yes. Okay, perfect. Very nice. Fantastic. So, in case you have any questions, you can always ask me, and I will, ping you as I do it. Right. In case you have any questions, you can always go and ask me in the chat box. Okay. All right. Fantastic. So, let's start the session. Uh, okay. All right. So, what are the four stages? What are the four stages of the product life cycle (PLC)? Right. So the fourth, the product. What is the product life cycle basically? So basically, you launch a product, and then the product. You launch a product, and then it matures. Right. The product matures. Then, because maturity in the sense the demand increases in the market. Right. Then a time comes when after the sales have peaked, right, it will start declining, isn't it? Like any product is not like a lifetime thing, right? So it will decline, and then you will launch, then you will grow the product, then you will mature the product, and then the life cycle ends, that the product goes dead or maybe irrelevant in the market. So what are the four stages? I think the correct order will be: first you introduce the product in market, then the product grows, then it matures, and then it declines. The correct answer should be B. Right. Next, who developed Six Sigma? Developed Six Sigma? General Electric, Motorola, IBM, or Toyota? So the correct answer should be Motorola, right? Six Sigma is basically a process to improve your production and minimize your mistakes in production or product. Right. So Motorola introduced it in the year 1986, ladies and gentlemen. It was introduced in the year 1986, and then uh, it was further popularized by Jack Welch, a very famous person, if you know him. Jack Welch, he was from General Electricals, and this he did in 1995. So basically, it's like first started by Motorola and then popularized by Jack Welch from General Electricals. So these both could be in the options. If the question comes, who developed it? It is Motorola. Who popularized it? It's Jack Welch, right? Next, next question. What is the percentage of products, or what percentage of products are expected to be defect free in a Six Sigma process, right? So it's a 99.99966%, right? This is expected to be defect free because it ensures 3.4. It ensures that not more than 3.4 defects per million, right? Opportunity in the sense products, right? So the it is it is as strict as reducing the mistake up to 3.4 defects per million. So if you look at the percentage, it will come out to be like 99.99966%, right? So this is the correct answer. Just remember, it's a very common question, but could be asked in the exams as well. Now, who ordered the book? I mean, keep on answering the questions if you know it, right, ladies and gentlemen? Keep on answering the questions if you know the questions. Who authored the book Creating and Sustaining Superior Performance? Edward D. Bono, Michael Porter, Peter Drucker, Fred Fiedler, right? So it was written by Michael Porter, right? Michael Porter, and it is basically this book basically focuses on strategies, right? This is a book on strategies, right? And in order to improve on the competitive advantage in the market, right? Competitive advantage, right? I have a very bad handwriting, so I hope you bear with me, right? And sustained performance, right? And competitive advantage, sustained performance. So basically, you derive strategies for these two particular things, right? So creating and sustaining superior performance. This was written by Michael Porter. Now, what is the purpose of quality circle? What is the purpose of quality circle? To increase competition among employees, to identify, analyze, and solve work related problems, to conduct product quality assessments, or focus solely on financial audits? This is a very easy question for anyone who has done BBA, maybe. Right. The correct answer is B. Right. Purpose of quality circle is to identify, analyze, and solve work related problems. So, first you identify what the problem is, right? Then you analyze what the problem is, right? And then you solve it, right? So this is the complete cycle, right? So the purpose of quality circle is to identify, analyze, and solve work related problems, right? Give me a thumbs up if it all you people are understanding, and in case you have any question in mind, please do ask me in the comment box, in the chat box. Next, the Fiedler contingency model is related to what? Process improvement, leadership effectiveness, strategic management, marketing analytics. I think it is to improve on leadership effectiveness, right? Uh, I mean, leadership depends on situational fit between style and context, right? It is a situational fit. Leadership is more about a situational fit. I'm telling you because this could also be a question. Okay, it is a situational fit between style and context, right? So the Fiedler contingency model is related to leadership effectiveness, right? Next next question. Predatory pricing involves what? Predatory pricing, ladies and gentlemen, means predatory, you understand, right? Eating away everyone in the market. So, increasing prices to maximize profits, reducing prices to loss making levels. Okay, could be because this is how you will eat away the other products in the market, right? Offering free products to gain market share. If you offer free products, you will make no revenue. If you make no revenue, possibly you are going in a bad direction, right? So this is not as good an option as this one. Matching competitors' prices. If you match the competitors' pricing, you will never be able to take an edge in the market, right? Because markets are very price conscious, especially a country like India, right? So the correct answer should be what? B. Reducing prices to loss making levels. Which of the following is a characteristic of an oligopoly? Right, now you understand what is oligopoly is, right? When a few dominant people control the market, right? Limited competition. They control the market to an extent that there is no competition. Okay, so let's see. Single buyer dominates the market? No. Many sellers compete equally? No. Small group of large sellers dominate the market? Absolutely. Right. Like for example, Geo, right, and Airtel, they are dominating the market. So this is a complete, a brilliant example of what oligopoly, right? When few big players dominate the market and they don't allow other competitors to enter the market. So the correct answer should be C. Next, monopsony exists when? What do you understand by monopsony? When one dictator, market dictator basically controls the whole market, right? So I think the correct answer should be what? uh, monopsony, uh, a single buyer who dominates the market, right? So the correct answer should be what? B, right? He will buy every product and sell it at a very, at higher prices. Next, who wrote Good to Great? Good to Great was written by James C. Collins. It's a wonderful book. It's a wonderful book, and this book explores how companies transition from, say, average to great and sustain success, right? So, how companies from average go to great level and they keep sustaining, right? Sustaining is a big task, right? Becoming great is a good thing, but sustaining is a brilliant thing, right? So, James C. Collins has written this book, Good to Great. Okay. Appreciative inquiry was developed at what? MIT, Stanford, Case Western Reserve University, Harvard University. So it was developed at Case Western Reserve University. Remember, appreciative inquiry was developed at Case Western Reserve University. Now you need to understand what is appreciative inquiry, right? So this is a method to focus on strength for a change, right? So it basically it asks you to go ahead and look into your business, focus on strengths of the business, right? Focus on strengths of business, and then improve, right? Improve and focus on the strengths. And I mean, not just focus, like you identify your strengths as well. You identify and you build your strengths, right? So this is appreciative inquiry. Okay. Next. All right. Is the stream going well? Give me an answer. Maybe all of you who are, is the stream going well? Yeah. Give me a thumbs up, or maybe yes or no. Is the stream going well? Okay. All right. Akio Morita is best known for co-founding what? Akio Morita is best known for co-founding what? So he's best known for co-founding what? Sony, right? It is best known for co-founding Sony. Okay. Next, and he co-founded, basically he co-founded Sony along with this very famous person called Masaru Ibuka. Masaru Ibuka, right? Masaru Uduka, very very famous person, right? Next, the term lateral thinking was coined by whom? The term lateral thinking was coined by Edward D. Bono, Michael Porter, Abraham Maslow, or Fred Feeder, right? So it was coined by Edward D. Bono, right? Edward D. Bono, right? And he introduced lateral thinking as a creative alternative to logical thinking, right? So he replaced logical thinking with lateral thinking, right? So logical thinking to lateral thinking. All right. Open space technology focuses on what? Open space technology focuses on what? Creating a rigid, predefined agenda. Okay, let me take this. Okay. Open space technology focuses on what? Creating a rigid, predefined agenda, uh, hosting meetings without a formal agenda. Okay, open space technology, hosting meetings without a formal agenda, establishing strict rules for engagement, conducting technical workshop. So ST is a basically it's a flexible agenda free, flexible agenda free method to solve problems, ladies and gentlemen, right? So this basically solves the problem. So it's basically a hosting meetings without a formal agenda, right? So OST basically is a flexible agenda free method to solve problems. You basically are solving problems. You do, I mean, people come collaborate and they solve problems, right? So, okay. What is a 360-degree feedback? Feedback from supervisors, peers, subordinates, and managers, customers only, or annual performance? I think it is from peers, subordinates, right? And managers. It's a 360-degree feedback. So this basically is a self-explanatory answer, right? I don't need to discuss this. Now, next question. Blue ocean strategy emphasizes on what? Beating competitors in existing markets, creating uncontested market space, maximizing cost advantages, focusing on niche markets, right? So, I think blue ocean strategy, uh, I think. It's a strategy to get into uncontested marketplace, right? You make your own place, right? So the correct answer should be B, right? Creating uncontested market space, right? So it focuses on innovation to create new markets rather than competing in existing markets, right? So it's like the blue ocean strategy is all about making new markets, right? Rather than getting into the already very busy market. Okay, who co-authored Blue Ocean Strategy? Michael Porter and Peter Drucker, W. Chan Kim and Rennie Mabogne, uh, James C. Collins and Fred Fiedler, and Ken Bleckard and Paul Hersey. Right. So it was written with W. Chan Kim and Rennie Mabogne. Right. So the correct answer should be B. The correct answer should be B for Bob. Okay. Next, economic value added. Economic value added refers to what? Profits before taxes, excess value created beyond required returns. Very nice. So revenue minus cost, total assets. It's an excess value. Economic value added is basically an excess value created beyond required returns. So, for example, you sell a product, you make a profit of 10%, but maybe that product is taking you far higher, right? It is much more than just selling products. It is much more than, it's more about branding. You are making a brand out of it, right? So, the correct answer should be what? B for ball. Michael Porter identified which types of competitive advantage? Price and product differentiation, cost advantage and differentiation advantage, strategic and operational advantage, brand value and product value. So he basically identified cost advantage and differentiation advantage, right? Michael Porter is associated with cost advantage and differentiation advantage. Okay, not price. Cost advantage and differentiation advantage. How to make your product different from the market. So this is what he talked about. Okay, 20, which is not a part of the McKinsey's 7S framework, right? So before we get to the answer, we need to understand as to what is McKinsey's 7S framework. 7S framework, right? So basically, the 7S stands for structure. The first one stands for structure. The second stands for strategy. The third stands for systems. Fourth stands, so this is the first one, second one, third one. Fourth one stands for style. Fifth one stands for staff. Sixth stands for skills. And the seventh one stands for sales. Right? So the 7S framework is structure. You should have a structure to do business. Second, your sales team should have a strategy. You should have systems at place. You should have a style of selling. Your staff should be well, polished. They should be well skilled, and you should make brilliant sales. Right now, what is not a part? Not a part. All right. Okay. Sales is not a part of it, right? It's seventh is shared values, right? I'm sorry. It's shared values. Okay. Shared values. So structure, strategy, system, style, staff, skills, and shared value. Sales is the end product. It is not a part of the framework. So the correct answer should be D. Right. Give me a thumbs up if this is clear with all of you. So structure, strategy, system, style, staff, skills, shared values. Sales is not in the system, right? So the correct answer should be D. The balanced scorecard focuses on which perspective? Balanced scorecard. Now you need to understand what is it. So balanced scorecard basically is a performance. Evaluates the performance from financial, customer, internal processes, internal processes, learning and growth, learning and growth perspectives. Okay, so basically Uh, so the balance scorecard is basically focusing on financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth perspectives, right? So I think the correct answer stands here as what? A, right? Next, who developed situational leadership theory? So situational leadership theory was developed by Paul Hersey and Glenn Bacard, right? Paul Hersey and Glenn Bacard, and this basically emphasizes on leadership adaptability, right? Like how much is if the team is mature, if they can handle situations, so kind of that thing. Okay. Next. Okay. Okay. Next, who developed the situational leadership theory? I already told you. What does ethnocentric staffing focus on? Ethnocentric staffing basically is it's like from one country you are managing foreign operations, right? So it's like uh, so the correct answer out here, I think, should be B, hiring expatriates for high level foreign positions, right? So basically, you are sitting in one country and you are taking people from other countries to manage your business. 24. The managerial grid model is based on concern for employees and revenue. Okay, managerial grid model. Okay, I think it should be people and production. The correct answer should be C. Employees and revenue, no. Productivity and marketing. The managerial grid model is basically about you are managing people and you are taking the production further, right? So the correct answer should be people and production. Productivity and marketing, management and leadership, no. Managerial grid model basically focuses on people and production, right? And what does it evaluate? It evaluates the leadership style, right? Leadership style. It manages the leadership style. Okay. Next, what is the highest level in Maslow's hierarchy of needs? Now, this is a very simple question. Everybody must have studied it. Give me an answer to this question. What is the highest level in Maslow's hierarchy of needs? The correct answer should be esteem, safety, belongingness, or self actualization. The correct answer is self actualization. Right, this is a very easy question. Anybody who is a BCom or a BBA would easily guess this answer, right? So this is a very easy question, right? So we did 24 questions, right? And all these 24 questions, ladies and gentlemen, were, I think, a good questions. I hope you people really enjoyed looking at the questions and solving them, right? Give me a yes if you all agree that these 25 questions were really good questions, added a lot of value to your current knowledge, right? Now, I'll pass on this PDF once the class concludes, right? So we have an answer out here. We have the complete answer set out here, which I will give you with the PDF. Let's jump to part two. Let us all jump to part two of the question. Part two. Which book published in 1982 by Tom Peters and Robert H. Waterman Jr. is considered one of the best-selling business books of all time. Right? Uh, Good to Great, In Search of Excellence, Built to Last, Human Side of Enterprise. I think In Search of Excellence is the right answer. So, In Search of Excellence is basically is a book which talks about the attributes of good businesses, right? Excellent companies. So it talks about the attributes of excellent, excellent companies, right? It talks about the attributes of excellent companies, and this book was written in 1982 by Tom Peters and Robert Waterman Jr. Okay, next. What does the term glass ceiling refers to? So basically, it refers to unseen barriers which you might encounter, uh, you know, uh, or maybe it's specifically used for minorities and women from advancing in the career. So the correct answer should be what be a barrier that prevents minorities and women from advancing in their careers. Right. So it can be referred in for anything, like anything which stops you, basically an unseen barrier. So glass ceiling is basically an unseen barrier. For example, a lot of people after doing their graduation, they will hit a glass ceiling in their jobs. They will not be able to progress further, right? For that they need to do an MBA, right? So glass ceiling is an unseen barrier. So basically, we'll be marking this as the best answer, basically. Next, question number 3. Who is credited with introducing the term entrepreneur to economics? Adam Smith, Richard Cantillon, Jean Baptiste, and David Ricardo. Right. So the correct answer should be what? I think it should be Richard Cantillon. Right. Entrepreneur, the term entrepreneur was first used by Richard Cantillon, right? So this is a very important piece of information and a very important question, right? As the section itself is called entrepreneurship and innovation. So maybe they can ask you, where did this word entrepreneur come from? It was coined by Richard Cantillon, right? So this is a very important question, ladies and gentlemen. Next, what does the term Kaizen means in business practices? Kaizen. So Kaizen is basically continuous improvement, the process of continuous improvement, right? Continuous improvement involving all employees. So it's continuous improvement. So the correct answer is C, right? Next, where is the headquarter of International Labour Organization located? Very easy, right? It is in Geneva. Everybody knows Geneva, Switzerland. Okay. Next, what does the idiom red tape refer to? Bureaucratic inefficiency, high-level corruption, political favoritism, streamlined organizational rules. I think correct answer should be what? A bureaucratic inefficiency. A bureaucratic inefficiency is known as what? Red tape. Next, in sociology we call it red tapeism, right? Red tapeism. So yeah, this is important. Which methodology involves systematic forecasting by consulting a panel of experts? Which methodology involves systematic forecasting by consulting a panel of experts? Right? Six Sigma, Delphi method, balance scorecard, blue ocean strategy. So we talked about this, like we get into untapped market. So this is not the one. Balance scorecard, we talked about it, right? Balance scorecard we already talked about, which was not at all related to systematic forecasting. Six Sigma is about finding, reducing the mistakes in the product or the defects in the product. So the best answer is what? Delphi method. So the Delphi method involves systematic forecasting by consulting a panel of experts. What is a halo effect? What do you mean by halo effect? Let's see. Tendency to evaluate others based on a single negative trait, impact of high expectations on performance, influence of overall impressions on the evaluation of specific traits, and a feedback loop in organizational learning, right? So it basically, halo effect is the influence of overall. What do you understand by halo? देखा होगा भगवान होते हैं पीछे, right? और पीछे एक लाइट सा चमक रहा होता है उनके, right? So basically it's the impression, right? So somebody is very talented and we talk to it, right? So you get a great impression, right? So the correct answer should be what? C, the influence of overall impression on the evaluation of specific traits. Okay. Question number 9. What is the BCG growth share matrix used for? BCG growth share matrix used for. I mean, I think this is, uh, I mean, this growth share matrix is basically used to allocate resources where it is required the most or where you're getting the returns the most. So answer should be what? B, allocating resources among business units. Correct answer should be what? B, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Are you with me? Give me an answer. Give me an answer in the chat box if you are with me. Okay? Are you all getting it? Yes? Next. Who is known as the father of strategic management? Who is known as the father of strategic management? Michael Porter, Peter Peter Drucker, Igor Ansoff, Henry Metzberg. Who's known as the father of strategic management? Right. So Igor Ansoff is known as the father of strategic management, for he worked a lot on strategy. He is also known as the father of strategy, right? So He has worked a lot on strategy, hence known as the father of strategic management. H. Igor Ansoff. Remember, right? Could be asked. Important question. This is an important question. Okay, this is an important question. Next, what does Pygmalion effect refer to? What does Pygmalion effect refer to? Uh, when Pygmalion effect states that, suppose there is a person who has a caliber of 60 grade, right? And you motivated him and you are talking so high of him that you know what, you are the boss, you can do wonderfully well. Now this person will surpass it, will try to come up to your expectations, and he will go to 100, right? So it's basically people perform better when higher expectations are placed on them. So the correct answer should be what? C. If you want to get the work done, call a donkey a horse, right? And he will start running like a horse. So it's like people perform better when higher expectations are placed on them. The correct answer should be what? C. What are the three dimensions of the triple bottom line framework? ट्रिपल बॉटम लाइन फ्रेमवर्क में बेसिकली तीन डायमेंशन क्या होते हैं? इनोवेशन होता है, प्रॉफिट होता है, सस्टेनेबिलिटी होता है, पीपल होता है, प्लैनेट होता है, प्रॉफिट होता है, ग्रोथ होता है, प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी एंड कल्चर, and environment growth and framework. So basically triple bottom line framework is people, planet, profit. Care for the people, care for the planet, and care for the profit. So this is, you should not be losing any, right? Your business should be environment friendly, planet. It should be people friendly, people. It should be profit friendly. It should save on profits, right? So the triple bottom line framework basically works on people, planet, and profit. Now, what concept introduced by C.K. Prahlad and Gary Hamel focuses on unique strengths of a firm? C.K. Prahlad and Gary Hamel ने स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ अ फर्म पे, यूनिक स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ फर्म पे कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट दिया था? इट इज कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी, राइट? कोर कॉम्पिटेंसी वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय सी के प्रहलाद and Gary Hamel, right? C.K. Prahlad, very famous father of marketing in India, baby, right? Very, very famous marketing guy. Okay. Next, what leadership style is associated with managers roaming around to check the progress of work? Theory X, management by objectives, management by wandering around, open door policy. So, as the name suggests, roaming around, wandering around, the correct answer should be C, right? Management by wandering around, MBWA. Okay, very, very important. Okay, next, what is the main concept behind social loafing, right? So social loafing is when uh, suppose if person is working alone, so he will work harder. If he's in a group, basically he will roam around, maybe he will take chai sutta break and all these things, right? So individuals put less effort when working alone, right? Individuals put in less effort when working in a group. So the correct answer should be C, right? When they are left alone, they work happily. When they are left in a group, possibly they start underperforming. Why? Because their focus is not into work but making social relations, going on a break, right? And everyday party. So the correct answer should be what? C, right? So these were another 15 questions which we did in the class. So we did 25 questions in the first round and we did 15 questions in the second round. Overall, we did 40 questions. And trust me, these 40 questions would have given you 40 concepts, right? 40 concepts. Now, we have another set of 2025 questions. If you say we can continue, right? Are you all ready? Right? Are you all ready? Can we continue? Just give me a yes or no. We'll continue then. No problem. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's. I'm not getting an answer. If you say I will continue, right? चलो 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 चैट बॉक्स में लिखो जल्दी से, ये आपके पास आंसर्स हैं, आप लोग देख लीजिएगा. ओके, चलो. ओके, सक्षम ने बोला है यस और आशुतोष ने भी बोला है यस. ठीक है. हु इज द ऑथर ऑफ द बुक थिंकिंग फास्ट एंड स्लो? ठीक है. थिंकिंग फास्ट एंड स्लो was given by Daniel Kahneman, right? Daniel Kahneman ने बुक थिंकिंग फास्ट एंड स्लो लिखा था, ठीक है। और बेसिकली दिस क्वेश्चन ये भी आ सकता है किस सिस्टम पे, so this was system 1 and system 2 thinking। अब क्या होता है ये आगे क्वेश्चन आएगा तो मैं बताऊंगा, राइट। थिंकिंग सिस्टम्स होते हैं, so basically system 1 and system 2 thinking, okay। What does business process re-engineering BPR focus on? तो बेसिकली एफिशिएंसी को इंप्रूव करने के लिए होता है, ठीक है, ये मतलब देख लेते हैं। और स्पेशली फोकसेस ऑन सर्विसेज, सर्विसेज में एफिशिएंसी को इंप्रूव करने के लिए बिजनेस प्रोसेस री इंजीनियरिंग की बात होती है, राइट। लेट्स सी, कंटिन्यूअस इंप्रूवमेंट ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोसेसेस और मे बी नॉट, एनालिसिस एंड रीडिजाइन ऑफ वर्कफ्लोज एंड प्रोसेसेस, minimizing employee turnover and increasing centralization and decision making। अब बताओ मेरे को सर्विसेज को इंप्रूव करना है तो क्या करोगे, वर्कफ्लो और प्रोसेसेस को बेटर करोगे, राइट। सो द करेक्ट आंसर शुड बी व्हाट, बी फॉर बॉल आउट हियर, करेक्ट। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 3, which book by Peter Senge focuses on the art and practice of the learning organization, the art and practice of the learning organization, competitive strategy, in search of excellence, right? Competitive, okay, competitive. Oh, sorry, I just got a call. Sorry, guys. Okay, so the book by Peter Senge focuses on what? Competitive strategy, in search of excellence, the fifth discipline, 0 to 1. What do you think? What do you think the answer should be? So the correct answer should be the fifth discipline, right? The art and practice of learning organization focuses on the fifth discipline. So, and this is a book on systems thinking, right? Systems thinking. Okay. Now, who is known as the father of Indian HRD, right? TV Rao. TV Rao is considered the father of Indian HRD, right? Human resource basically development. Next, fifth, Michael Porter is most associated with which of the strategic framework? Blue Ocean, maybe he was not there even. Porter's five forces, yes. Porter's five forces basically talk about competitive pressure. Competitive pressure, okay? It focuses on competitive pressure. Now, question number 6, ladies and gentlemen. What is Kenneth Blancard best known for co-authoring? Right? What does he best is he best known for co-authoring? So the 1 minute manager, the 1 minute manager is he is best known for, right? Next, so these are very important questions. They could be asked directly in the exam, right? Who co-authored the 1 minute manager? So it should be Kenneth Blackard, right? Next, fortune at the bottom of the pyramid, right, was given by whom? C.K. Prahlad, right? Fortune at the bottom of the pyramid. So basically, what this concept talks about that, say, you have, ultra rich people, and then you have high net worth individuals, and then you have the middle class, and then you have the poor class, right? So basically, money lies in the poor class, right? If you make a product for the poor classes, it will sell fantastically well, right? So, fortune lies at the bottom of the pyramid. This concept was given by C.K. Prahlad. So, this could be a great question in the examination, right? And a common question as well. Next, what is the grouping of related functions into manageable units known as, right? So, delegation, departmentalization, specialization, centralization. Centralization में taking the control, specialization तो अलग चीज होती है, delegation में काम देना होता है, departmentalization मतलब एक साथ group में चीजों को रखना. The correct answer should be B. The process of entrusting authority and responsibility to others in an organization is known as what? Delegation, centralization, job rotation, empowerment, right? So it is known as what? Delegation, right? You give somebody some task and you trust on that person to be done, right? So the correct answer should be delegation. Next, what does the scalar principle refer to? So basically, it basically scalar principle is that hierarchy, basically, like if the top boss and then two other people controlling the business, and then you have immediate bosses out here. So this is clear definition of authority flowing down the chain of command, right? So scalar principle. What is the term for behaving like an entrepreneur within a large organization? Within a large organization, it is intrapreneurship, right? So basically, you are a boss, right, in a large organization, and you are taking decisions and managing the business like an entrepreneur. So basically, it's intrapreneurship. Entrepreneurship, you start a company, new business. Entrepreneurship, in a company you are running, you are acting like an entrepreneur by virtue of taking decisions and solving problems. Next, the three needs theory identifies which three motivational needs, right? So, but they are achievement. One achievement is a motivation, right? Power and affiliation. Affiliation. So, I think the correct answer should be what? A, right? Achievement, power, and affiliation. This is the correct answer. Next, what is a golden parachute? What do you understand by golden parachute? A significant severance package for executives terminated, a contractual obligation to remain in a company, an incentive to retire early, right? And recruitment bonus for top. So basically, a golden parachute is if in case, right, if you are terminated, so you should get this much money and this months of advance salary and all these things, right? So the correct answer should be A. Who introduced the concept of management by, for example, like, let me tell you this way, let me explain you. For example, say a person who was working with company X, and the company X signed a contract that if you when you will be when you will go out of the organization, or when you will be terminated, you'll be getting like a kind of parachute contract, like if you have worked for 15 years in the company, you'll get 15 months of salary advance, right? Now, this is a part of the golden parachute. Okay. All right. Next, who introduced the concept of management by objectives? Peter Drucker, Michael Portal, David McLean, and C.K. Prahlad. Management by objective was given by Peter Drucker. Peter Drucker. What does golden handcuffs aim to achieve, right? Golden handcuffs, basically, when the company lures you by giving a lot of offers and make sure that you don't leave the company, right? So let's see. Encourage early retirement? No. Retain employees through financial incentives? Yes. Provide severance benefits? No. Address conflicts with? No. So the correct answer should be what? B, right? The company pays you so much that you don't leave the organization. Okay. 16. What is the focus of Kirkpatrick's evaluation model in training? Compensation, compensation, uh, Kirkpatrick's evaluation model. Okay, compensation, employee retention, reaction, learning, behavior, results, creativity, innovation, productivity, and profits. The correct answer should be reaction, learning, behavior, and results. Right. So this is the correct answer. Should be Kirkpatrick's evaluation model was firstly the reaction, learn, behavior, and results. Correct answer should be C. Which framework is used to analyze competition within? Very simple question, right? Porter's five forces to analyze competition within an industry. Right? We are not talking about outside the industry. We are talking about one particular industry. Porter's five forces. What does the term Mac job refer to? High prestige corporate jobs. McDonald, I'm sure it is not a luxury food, right? It is okay. So you can just think about it. Low paying, low prestige jobs, gig economy, work with flexible hours, entrepreneur virtues. I think the correct answer should be low paying, low prestige jobs with limited growth opportunities. Okay, with limited advancement opportunity or growth environment. Which book by Peter Thiel focuses on startups and creating new products? The Lean Startup, Zero to One. Peter Thiel is writer of Zero to One, right? He has written Zero to One, right? So this book Zero to One is written by Peter Thiel. Okay. Next, the Johari window is a technique designed to help individuals understand their relationships with what? Financial markets, self and others, organizations, and customers. So basically, Johari window is basically about is a technique to understand your relationship with others, self and others. Correct answer should be B. Right. T group primarily used for what? Interaction and role play. T group, international and interaction and role play. So let's see. T group basically it advocates interaction and role play. So okay, well, would you have group training for self and interpersonal awareness, enhancing organizational productivity? I think the correct answer should be B. Right. Correct answer should be B for all. All right. Golden boot compensation referred to. Golden boot compensation is for early retirements, VRS, right? Voluntary early retirement. So the correct answer should be A. An early retirement inducement with significant benefits. Next. What are the four forces in Kirkpatrick's evaluation model? I just told you guys, right? Reaction and learning, behavior, and results. We just talked about it in the uh, you know, maybe some other question. What is the primary goal of entrepreneurship? This is also we discussed, right? Acting like an entrepreneur within an organization. What is the primary goal of departmentalization? This is also we talked, right? Putting into groups to reducing organization efficiently grouping functions. I think correct answer should be B. Right. So we did 25 questions in part 1, 25 questions in part 2, and 15 questions in part 2 and 25 in part 3. So overall we have done how many questions? 65 questions today, ladies and gentlemen. Right. I hope that this video would help you prepare for CMAT. We'll have more sessions as well. I think in the maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow we'll again have a session. I'll post a video. We'll have a live session, in fact. Please join it and share it with the friends if you like it, right? If you like the session, please share it with your friends, right? That would be all for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. God bless you. May you have a wonderful, wonderful day ahead. And subscribe us and like us. All right. That's all. Thank you. Bye. Take care. Wonderful.